morning and welcome to the chat on Newsday Amarillo and News Channel 10-2. I'm David Lovejoy.
Good morning, everybody. I'm Rhonda Lohnert.
And I'm Chuckalicious, Chuck Williams.
Between the Lines, a new song by a young artist, an emotional song about learning to forgive yourself. And I think in this day and age, sometimes our roughest and toughest critics are ourselves. And in order to have a decent life, you have to learn sometimes to get over mistakes and how to move forward. This young man has been performing for 6 years, even though he's so young. He's such a young man. He's here. Aidan Amini is here to talk about his new single that talks about how to forgive yourself. How are you doing today, young man?
I'm doing great. And yourself, David?
Oh, I can't complain. I can't complain. Let me start it off with this. Tell us a little bit about your music and what message you hope to convey. What do you want to be in the music scene to people?
So I'm the lead singer of a band called What Matters Most. We're based in Southern California, and we're a rock band. As the lyricist, I always love to kind of write my songs about issues that matter to a lot of people, things that almost everybody goes through in their lives that sometimes they need a little bit of a push to kind of deal with or to think about, and really I feel like music is the best way to send a powerful message that can really connect with people.
Well, tell us about your newest song, Between the Lines. We mentioned the name of it. Tell us what you want to convey through the lyrics of this song.
So Between the Lines is a song about really loss and learning to kind of move through it. When I wrote the song, I wrote it with our producer Trev Lukather, and him and I sat down listening to the music, and we spent a couple hours trying to figure out what we wanted the song to be about. And him and I started talking about our respective lives, and we shared something in common. Both of us have lost close friends to mental health issues. And we both had this feeling, this unresolved kind of feeling of regret that we couldn't change anything about it, that we couldn't have done something more. And for both of us, it was a really long-lasting, lingering feeling of almost not being able to forgive ourselves for not being there where we wanted to be there to help those people. And I feel like that's just something that a lot of people who can relate to the situation feel themselves, is this undeniable feeling of I could have done something. And that's what we wanted to kind of send out as the message, is that it's okay that you weren't able to be there. You're not always able to be there. And we wanted to send this message to people who are struggling with mental health issues, that there are people who are there for you, and there are people who love you, and if you're gone, there are going to be people who miss you.
Well, tell me, why are the messages you send in your music so important to you personally? I mean, is it a window through that you look through, or is it a window looking at you?
It's a lot of the times more so a window looking at me. I'm young, and a lot of people my age kind of go through similar things, but my songs only ever come out of something that I've experienced, and something personal to me that I feel that can be shared for the betterment of a lot of people.
Let me ask you this: your age, and I think this is an ageless question. It goes across the board now in our society. You talk about forgiving yourself and how to come to a determination about how you feel about yourself. What effect does social media play in that? I think it puts unnecessary and undue spotlight, especially on the younger people, but people of all generations, that sometimes kind of stops that hurdle from being, that mountain from being climbed, of giving self-forgiveness.
Social media is such an active part of the modern world nowadays that I feel like you're always comparing yourself on social media rather than how you would be in real life, where like you're who you are, and that's okay. But on social media, you're always looking at other people, and I feel like that just makes, for a lot of people, a really negative impact. Social media is great for things like connecting with your friends, your family, maybe following your favorite person, your favorite influencer or movie star. That's great, and that sounds like an awesome premise for like a digital app. But I mean, a lot of the times it's difficult to have such a great experience when you're kind of in your own head about it. And I feel like a lot of people in my generation especially they get in their own head about it, and they really feel like those kinds of things matter when really they don't. You're who you are, and you may not always be super excited about that, but you're you, and you're unique, and that's a beautiful thing. And social media kind of homogenizes a lot of people into certain groups and certain niches and sections, and I feel like that's just a little too much of a negative thing at times.
I think you put that quite well. Sometimes we get caught up in our own head. It reminds me of that line from Swing Blade. He's always thinking in his head, and it's awful big world up there.
Yeah.
Awful big world, and you get inside your own head. What's next for the band? What's the next hurdle, and what's the next conquering moment for the band?
So, I mean, as of right now, we're playing as many shows as we can. We've got another release coming out in June, that we're really excited for. And I mean, the plan from here on out is play shows, release music. We're hoping to get some label contact soon, and really kind of elevate what we can do with that.
What Matters Most is the name of the band. Their new single out, dealing with learning to forgive yourself. Where can they find this at? Where can they find your band, What Matters Most, in your music?
You can find us on all streaming platforms. We're called What Matters Most. There's a question mark at the end. And if you want to check us out on Instagram or Facebook, it's at WMM Band.
You're wise beyond your years, young man.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
On your years, and using your talent for something positive. And we see so much destruction go around us, especially when it comes to entertainment. It's the easy way out. It's to take the most cliched way out of it. To be thoughtful and know that your art will carry on long after you're gone. And that's the key, what kind of legacy you want to leave. And What Matters Most is the name of the band. Young man leads this band, their new single, Dealing with Emotion and Loss. Check it out. Check out these young folks. And great job, young man. Proud of you. Can't wait to hear more from you.
I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for having me.
Have a great day. All right. We're